Hey guys, Mubarak here in Penny Stock. Hope you're doing well. Today I want to go over a interesting cannabis utilization with blockchain integration company that I've came across. I wanted to kind of discuss that further in this video. Essentially, as you guys know me, I'm the CFO of BRH International, which is a cannabis ancillary product company, DBA Hemper. And what we do is we sell subscription boxes to smokers. And essentially what I've been investing a lot of my time in is how the cannabis industry works, right? I'm heavily invested into it. There's a lot of participation on the public markets that we have because of the companies that we deal with. And so my interest in blockchain has been mixing with my interest in cannabis recently. And that's how we came across Cannacor, where essentially cannabis cultivation and blockchain technology combine. And you might be thinking, what is this? This sounds like two buzzwords that are combined into one. And that's what I thought first. But as you go deeper and understand this company, there's a really cool concept and a really cool market that they're tackling, which is they're basically a licensed medical cannabis producer, right? And they're in the field of all the way from the research, right, from the seed all the way to the distribution, the sale. And that is what the company does, right? They're licensed, they're in Lesotho, they're here, and they're telling you what markets they can go in, right? They're a distributor. But now where does the whole blockchain technology come in? They're using blockchain technology to help run their supply chain and help track their entire cycle management. Okay, so, if you understand and learn a little bit about the cannabis supply chain, you can understand that there's a lot of different parts, all the way from the initial seed to the growth of it, from the harvesters, from the extractors, all the way down the product chain line until they end up, let's say, in a dispensary, right? So the cool thing is that this company is using Cannacor, is using blockchain applications in order to manage their cultivation cycle, their supply chain, and generally their compliance management, which is built in, right? Compliance is the backbone of all of this. That's the only way you can operate in this industry. So that is something that I thought was pretty cool, that this is a company that is actually finding a way to use blockchain, and it looks like it's a partnership that's occurring, right? So Cannacor, let's dive a little deeper into it to understand exactly what it does, right? They have comparisons here, but we're gonna go into this later, all right? What I do anytime I come across a company in this space is check out their actual white paper, all right? So we see here that it's a collaboration that's going on between a blockchain corporation and Cannacor, and that's where this whole token is coming about. So let's go a little deeper. Cannacor and blockchain corporation. Essentially what I believe has happened, right? And I'll have an opportunity to kind of talk to the executive team and management more to learn more and give you guys more insight, right? I want to give you insight into productive, successful companies in this space, right? And Cannacor is a prime example of that. And so basically these guys are combining in order to facilitate and grow utilizing an ICO, right? So the revenue and funds that they'll build on, they'll be able to leverage their company, and they're creating a system around their token. That's how they're considering it, as a utility token. But you want to always go through the white paper, right? That's always what I believe is the first thing you need to do when you're looking and reviewing any type of blockchain company. All right, so you can see here, right in the white paper, what they're going to actually be getting from implementing blockchain, right? And I want to take a second to pause here because that's something that has to be discussed. Okay, blockchain is super important, but a lot of the times you can find companies just using it as a buzzword in order to gain attraction and investors. And so that's always what I weed out. I always stay away from those companies. There needs to be a true implementation and utilization of the blockchain technology. All right, that's the only way where these cryptocurrencies will be successful. Likely we see the top ones right now, CoinMarketCap, but there's probably 1,000 or even 2,000 cryptocurrencies out there that have ineffective methods, and that's why they'll never go anywhere. But I see Cannacor has been able to find a proper system of how to implement blockchain, and that's probably where their partnership with the blockchain corporation has come about. All right. And so now you're probably thinking, okay, so what does Cannacor even do from the beginning, right? And that's what this white paper outlines, is that they're a licensed producer, right? They're growing in this area of Africa, and they're basically going to use it for medical cannabis. And so they have an advantage because they have the foreign stuff. It's not as regulated. It's not as difficult to deal with. So fortunately, they have a whole team set up, and they've been able to start pretty much, producing overseas. Now, the key thing to keep an eye out, and hopefully what we can do is going to be something that I'm going to discuss with the management team, or something to think about, is whether or not these guys will be able to eventually distribute to the United States. They see that they're able to serve Canada, Europe, other global markets, but I think they're going to have to implement higher levels of regulation and compliance in order to compete in the US markets. And hey, believe me, I know that can be done. At my company, we've implemented ourselves this type of stuff in order to go international with our distribution. So, that is something that can be done with the right leadership and with the right people. And honestly, I'm not involved with this company. We're not affiliated in any way, but I could even help them with going international if necessary. But anyways, let's focus on this as just in general, a company in the space, how you should review ICOs, and then we'll talk about a bit more about their actual token sale, right? So again, this is a pretty detailed white paper. It's talking a lot about their business model, their industry, their extraction process. It gets really detailed, and you have to know that if you're going to invest in any company, anything, the way you're going to be successful is only if you understand the process, right? So if you're looking in getting engaged with this ICO, this token sale, if you're out of the country in India or Venezuela or, all the markets that you're seeing this video in on YouTube or wherever, then just keep an eye out that you need to know your investment, your company, whatever you're looking at, in and out. So all of these things are important to know. GMP certified. That is massive in this industry. And that's actually what I was looking for. So I'm glad I came across this. For those of you guys who don't know, GMP is the key certification that is necessary for any external company to be able to bring in their cannabis into the United States. And so GMP certified is very important for every single part of the smoking process. And what I mean by that is even the paper that the cannabis is within can't be sold to a distributor a dispensary unless it's GMP certified. So the fact that these guys were taking the steps to be GMP certified and they'll have their production plant under those certifications, they'll actually stand. And so I just want to make a side point here. If you guys weren't aware of that, if you guys weren't aware of the GMP certification, that's where you have to take a step back and understand that it's important for you to understand what space you're investing in. All right? You see how I had that, industry knowledge and advantage that I could bring to this? You need to make sure that you know that for any industry you're investing in. Because every industry, telecommunications, finance, law, accounting, whatever, dental, healthcare, whatever you're going into has these types of peculiarities that you need to understand, because that's the only way you'll know if what you're investing in is going to be successful at all, right? ISO 9001 certification, perfect. This also is very important. GLP. So this company has exactly what they need in terms of certifications to be able to eventually break into the United States markets. All right. So definitely recommend going through the white paper. And so what I really like though is that on their website, right, it's Cannacor.io, they break out the entire kind of step-by-step of how they compare to their competitors, right? What they're engaged in. Okay, and then they also break out their ICO sale information on the homepage, and that's pretty typical, right? So it gives you some interesting details that it's pretty much just started, and the pre-ICO coin price is there, and there's also a coin ticker. And always, make sure you understand the coin price pre-ICO, right? They're saying pre, so it's not it's not on a current platform or exchange right now, but that's what it will be during. That's what their conversion rate they're putting it as. That's their valuation. So you can see that it's created on the ICO network and it's meant to be sold to the public. And this is what they're going to use the funds for, right? They're going to build out finally the cultivation facility and actually create their management system. So that's a key thing that you need to understand, that what is the purpose of the funds, right? And that's exactly what Cannacor breaks out here. Their coin allocation, this is what they're going to be doing, funds distribution, and what I really like is they have a detailed roadmap of what their focus is going to consist of, and even what they've been doing before, right? I mean, it just starts with fourth quarter 2018, but it outlines at least, where they were incorporated. Again, they've only been around for a year, so that's definitely something to keep in mind of. But you have to really understand what performance and what team that they've built, which we'll be able to take a look at next, and whether or not you believe that that team can go the distance. And so let me actually analyze that with you right now, okay? I want to make sure that the roadmap makes sense and that I can see that it's going to be, doing what I want. I would definitely want more detail of this broken out in their white paper. I'm glad that they're building out a crypto wallet, right? That's good. And now I want to check out the team, okay? I want to be able to check out these guys, their LinkedIn, see their participation and involvement. And what I'm going to be able to do is hopefully get a conversation for you guys with their management team. And I think that's really going to help you guys understand and get in a good position on, how you can, whether or not this is something that you would want to participate with the pre-ICO. And again, the details for their coin sale are here on their homepage. So it's pretty typical to how to engage and register like any other one. You have to first register here. It's going to probably let you do identity verification. If you're in the United States, you probably can't partake unless you have foreign residency, and that's kind of on your own. Again, this is not investment advice. This is purely educational. I like to come across and discuss cool discoveries I've found whenever I get the chance, and companies that I feel will be able to be successful based upon the information that I am able to acquire on them. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. And if you want to get notified as soon as we release these types of videos, please subscribe, like, and turn on the notifications so you guys will be notified when new videos are dropped. And let me know if you're looking for any other type of blockchain company review, or what direction or what information I can give to you guys. Finally, like I said, I will be probably having a meeting or discussion with their team. So if you have specific questions that you want me to ask them, then please leave that in the comment below. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.